And here we are once again along this path, for this is a place for us to truly figure out what it means to last within this golden age as we requiem the dream, and we realize that not all is truly what it seems, because this is the art of Flowetry, to be able to see and experience and celebrate the creative wisdom that blesses itself as it streams through you and me. So hi everybody, welcome to another Flowetry workshop. My name is Brendan, aka Mystic Spider-Man, Skull Babylon on YouTube, and I'll just go over a quick little introduction before we get right into this. This is something that we're doing right now here, recorded in Zoom, and I'm uploading this to YouTube. So stuff that I'm saying right now, it's both for people in the Zoom call, as well as those for you who are watching this in the recording on YouTube as well. So this is kind of like something that I've done a couple times, and I'm really feeling inspired to be able to do it. And again, you know, Flowetry is this art of basically improvised creative poetry, improvised creative song, and this is going to be a place for us to be able to practice holding space for one another, to be able to tap into that creative process. And this is something that is for people who may be a little bit more experienced, as well as people who are even just brand new to this. And there are going to be people who are going to be participating, as well as people who are just observing, and that is totally encouraged and supported. So one of the things that I just want to be able to mention is that this is like something that we're kind of doing within the context of the Paradigm Shift Central community. I'll put in some links into the Zoom call as well as into the YouTube info for you guys to be able to check out. We've got a Discord server. You guys are welcome to be able to connect into that. And also within this space, as well as future spaces within the community, you're encouraged to be able to send any additional PayPal contributions. It's something that if you feel by the end of this class, you're just like, whoa, this was really worth my time. This was like going to a movie or something like that. Like, here's 10 bucks or something like that. And I say that in the same way that I would encourage you to be able to do it for future events that we're hosting for other people. And then as a team, we can get into this space where you and me and other people in the community can be facilitating our own little events and be like supported by each other as community. So that's a really cool thing to be able to do. So I'll post some of those links in the next couple moments as we get going. And again, if you really like the vibe here that we're creating here within the community, within the Paradigm Shift Central community, then there is the option for you to join as a leading member. That option is through my Patreon, and that's a monthly contribution. It's an $11 contribution. And I'm just mentioning that because when you join at the $11 monthly contribution, that also gives you the ability to be able to host your own events through the Paradigm Shift Central community. And you can do those as free events as well as ticketed events and things of that nature. So if you're looking to be able to connect with our team of conscious creators, conscious media creators, again, feel free to check out the Patreon and feel free to do any single contributions as well. And again, your support in all forms is equally appreciated. And yeah, with that said, I think that's all I just need to go over in terms of like the initial stuff. And yeah, we'll get right into this Flowetry workshop. So thank you again, everyone, for joining in. And for those of you who just jumped in, we're just getting started here. So this is going to be a container that will be maybe like 70 minutes, give or take, and then we'll kind of close it off and everything. And I'll just talk a little bit about Flowetry to begin with, for those of you who may be new, and then I'll start off some practice, and then we'll just kind of go around. And then again, what we're doing here is we're creating, this is sacred space. This is us being able to hold this intention, to be able to support each other, to be able to see each other, to be able to nurture each other, and to be able to celebrate each other. And so what is Flowetry? Flowetry is something that I've shared this story before, but I'll just share it again real quick. I kind of got introduced to it when I was in California, and there was like these group of friends that I kind of began to engage with, and they were doing Flowetry just on the regular. And basically Flowetry is this practice of improvised poetry or improvised song. So the art of poetry, the art of Flowetry, is to basically be able to get out of your own way and to be able to tap into this experience of being able to trust the process of creative energy moving through you. So from the spiritual perspective, you can think of it as like this idea that like there is literally like water moving through us, and this water is like creative energy. And so over time, sometimes we kind of build up these blockages, and these can be thought of like even within our chakras. You can think of them as like little water wheels and things like that. So if it's in your throat chakra, you know, like this water's coming down, and you'll kind of like try speaking, it'll be like, and it kind of gets stuck and everything like that. So within the practice of Flowetry, and being in this space where it's supported, it's actually really powerful, because this is actually a practice that is helping people kind of like dissolve blockages. We've done this before, and there have been a lot of people who did some Flowetry, and it was really powerful for them. You know, they're like, whoa, I've never done that before. I've never sung in front of people. I've never heard myself make poetry on the spot like that. So this is a chance for you to kind of like see see that part of yourself in a way that can be really nurturing for your heart. And that's what we want. This is about encouraging and supporting each other as creative individuals, as creative leaders, and as paradigm shifters, people who are actively helping assist with the shift in consciousness. So with that said, we'll get right into just basically just kind of practicing some Flowetry. And to start off, we'll do a little bit of a meditation, and I'll keep an eye on the chat. So for everybody here, if that's cool with you, if what I said makes sense and everything like that, just go ahead and drop some 1111s in the chat. And as I'm doing this, I'm just going to post in the PayPal link. You guys, like I said, if you guys want to send PayPal while we're here right now, that's totally fine. Or you can send it later, or you can send it in a week from now. That's totally fine. Whatever works for you guys. And I'll also post a link there. And just feel free to DM me afterwards if you miss the links for whatever reason. So that's totally cool. So, okay. So let's just tap into a little bit of a meditation, and then from there, I'll kind of transition right into Flowetry. And this is practice for me too. Like, honestly, a big reason for me doing this is because I've really benefited from doing Flowetry, and for us to be able to create the space is actually part of my practice, because it's something that as you do more of it, you get better at it. You dissolve the boundaries, you tap into more of that creative ability, you kind of expand the lexicon. And with the Flowetry that I like to be able to do, I like to be able to approach it from the concept of like sort of like spiritual Flowetry or spiritual conscious Flowetry. So what you can do is you can think of like all of like the spiritual concepts that you're aware of, and you actually kind of use that as like your little nodes of ideas. So what you're going to be doing is when you connect into the heart, you'll actually feel like your spirit kind of like working in almost like a hyperdimensional space where it's kind of moving through time, and it kind of like lands on one word, and it lands on one concept, and it kind of creates this network where it links things together. And with Flowetry, it's also important to not really worry too much about always rhyming. So just some quick tips. Don't worry too much about rhyming. You can still kind of play with the cadence, the rhythms. And even if you feel like you're just kind of at a point where you're like, what you can do there is just to kind of like even just take a breath and then just kind of like move back into it. There is no right or wrong way to do this. We're here to support you. And again, if you feel like you're stumbling, fall forward, fail into it, lean into the fact that you're stumbling, and then just kind of like challenge yourself, and then just kind of keep on going, and then just pick it up again. And what you'll see is this process where you're incredibly intelligent, and you'll notice your brain and your spirit will naturally have this ability to kind of like pull forth these ideas. And again, a lot of it is you speaking from the heart. So we'll play around with it. This is exciting. I don't know fully what will happen, and this is the joy. We're creating the container where spirit kind of flows through us. As much as it's flowing through me individually and you individually, it's flowing through us as a group. And again, this is consciousness doing what it can to help wake itself up. So let's get right into this. Let's do a little bit of a meditation here. So just to kind of bring ourselves into a mind-heart coherence, because that's really, really important. If you're trying to get right into this and you're just like, oh, okay, let's do it right away, like that can be hard. But if you kind of take a moment to meditate, it really just kind of helps kind of like tune the antenna. So go ahead. When you're ready, just gently close your eyes. And just allow yourself to take a few breaths here. Soft, gentle inhales, soft, gentle exhales. And as you're breathing here, just take this opportunity to just kind of visualize what we were talking about before, this idea of just like water just kind of moving through you, gently coming down from the crown, moving down through your third eye, through your throat, all the way down through your heart, all the way down through your lower base chakras, and just feeling this infinite stream of water, of creativity, just constantly moving through you, knowing that it never ends. It's just like this endless stream tapped into the ocean of cosmic creativity. And so in this moment, I just invite you to be able to just imagine, like visualize this stream of water becoming clear. And so maybe there might have been a little bit of debris or even pollution or even some garbage. And these garbages are like limiting beliefs, limiting thoughts. And you can just kind of imagine you're just kind of like cleaning that up. You're just like taking it out of the river. Oh, there's some like big garbage in the river. Like who left that bike there? Like seriously, like what is that bike? Let's get that bike out of the river. That doesn't need to be there. You know, upcycle that one for sure. So that's going to help clear things up. There we go. Oh man, there's like some other weird debris in there. Let's get that out of there too. Let's clear that out. Okay. Oh, there's that like old limiting belief pattern. Someone told us that we're not allowed to sing and we're not allowed to be poetic. Oh, we can remove that. That's okay. There we go. And so as we move these limiting beliefs, you can just visualize right now like this stream of creativity just becoming so clear, like sparkling clear. Beautiful. And as you feel this water just moving through you, you really just feel your heart expand. And this wisdom is something that is already inside of you. Everything that you'll practice here today or tomorrow is something that is already inside of you. So this is a journey of inner exploration. And this is the art of play as well. You get to play with all these ideas and to see how they connect. And that's the game, to be able to kind of like observe as you participate in the act of wisdom moving through you. So get out the way, let the universe play. 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 So just kind of breathe here. And we'll just take a few breaths and then we'll just kind of open our eyes. So as you breathe here, you're just like, yes, you are a conduit for creative life force energy. What are you? What are you? Like, answer that question in the context of tonight's class. What are you? Like, answer that right now. What are you? I am a source of infinite creativity. I am a channel for the messages of the heart. I am a bard of ancient stories. What are you? Just listen and speak that within your heart. Empower yourself. Pump yourself up right now. Be like, yeah, got this. Beautiful. Straighten up your spine. Just take a couple more breaths here. Nice big exhale, a bit of a sigh. One more nice big inhale. Nice big exhale. Slowly from here, gently open your eyes. Do a little bit of a shake if you need it. Ooh, make some noises. Whatever's moving through you right now, just allow it to come through. Doesn't even have to be words. That's the thing. Like, you can literally just start off by just like making noises as well. So just kind of using that vocal exercise again to just be able to help kind of like create the stream for the energy to be able to like move through. So beautiful. All right. I'm going to get into some Flowetry again. This is practice for me as much as it is practice for the rest of us. I'll go first. And then at that point, whoever wants to be able to jump in, you'll go next. And then from there, we'll just kind of practice going around the circle. And again, not everyone's expected to share. You're here to listen. You're here to observe. You're here to participate simply by being. So thank you again, everyone, for being here. So allow me to just kind of practice and I'll lead by example. And then we'll continue to pass the talking stick around. So you can almost kind of think of this as like channeling, like in a way. But again, channeling is something that we do like all the time. Like, you are a channel, like that's like a channel of water. That's what I was saying. So that concept of thinking of this is like channeling is something that works for you, then that's cool. So and as I look to the sky, what do I see? The ever unfolding mystical beauty of this reality that surrounds me here as I look out the window and I see the trees. But I do not just see the trees, for I see the branches of you and me. And I see the interconnecting ways in which we weave together within this bigger cosmic story. And so as I look here through this lens, I see my eyes in yours, because this is the story that we are on. This is what is going to unfold. This is here to help us sing our song. And so I am grateful for being here with you in this moment, to be able to be a mirror, to teach you how to own it, to remind yourself of the wisdom that is already inside, and to be able to see that magic that is above you in your skies. And yet that magic is not just above you, it is already within. And yet someone tried to convince you to repress it and to hide it beneath sin. But you are here to dissolve the old stories of your past, because this is the opportunity for you to carve a new path, one in which we are all the creators and the weavers of this dream, to really be able to help others see the truth that has always been, is that you are worthy and that you are loved, and that within you is the wisdom that is both below and above. And so I thank you, my friends, for being here as we play with all these words so that it becomes crystal clear. And so just like Dr. Seuss, let us eat these green eggs and ham, because you can do this and I can do this too, Sam I am. And so this is just a play that we are in. And so now is the time for us to be able to put on our shoes and to be able to dance to the music that moves me and you. And so whatever role that you are here to play, I celebrate you for showing up here on this very special day. And so let us move forward within this space to be able to celebrate what moves through both the wisdom and the intention, to be able to help us see what has always been true, is that we are love and nothing less. And each and every single day is a chance for us to see and show up as our best. And that is nothing less than simply by being who you are. And you have already succeeded, for you are the ripples of the stars. There we go. And we'll just like send love to like everybody. So like you guys can just be like, send love to Brendan, send love. And then we'll like send love to the next person as we do that. So yeah, how was that? Was that like a thing? That was again, that was just practice for me too, right? So it's one of those things where it's like, when we practice it like a muscle, like an exercise, we get better at it. And you can kind of see how I was like kind of like a story in there. So use your inspiration. You know, if there's a certain theme you want to start off with, you can kind of find that. And then you can kind of see where the story goes. If you feel called to be able to do it within the context of like spiritual concepts, that's powerful. That can be helpful. And again, really just tapping into the heart song, the heart wisdom. So speak what's coming through your heart right now. So as you are in your heart, again, just kind of pace yourself, take it at whatever rate you go. You know, you can do it fast and you can do it slow, and allow yourself to just be able to experience that. Here you go. So, oh my goodness, I can't stop rhyming. It just keeps happening all the time. What a beautiful way to be able to see all the things and all the lines and stuff like that. Anyways, okay, let's keep moving. Let's keep moving along. Okay, all right. Whoever wants to go next, if you're on camera, just put your hand up and we'll pass it over to you next. So let me just switch it over here. So for whoever's on camera, we can pass it over to you next. And again, I celebrate you guys being brave. I celebrate the fact that, you know, for some of you, just like, oh, I've never really done this before. And again, we'll play around with various styles. So honestly, if you're just like, you know what, like, and I'll do this later too, we can play around like poetry and song. So if you're just like, you know what, I want to just be able to sing, that's what I'm used to, or that's what I want to play with, then please, by all means, you know. And I know some of us got some instruments here. So yeah, we'll just play around. There'll be a wide variety of styles here tonight. So who feels that they would like to be able to give it a shot next? And again, this is all just practice. So think of this as just like a hockey practice right now. We're just running drills. That's all we're doing. So, okay. Hands up from whoever wants to go next. And bonus points. Okay. Sun, would you like to go next? Yeah? Okay, cool. All right, Sun, you can gently unmute your microphone and we will pass it over to you. So Sun, just go ahead, just confirm that we can hear you okay?
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, loud and clear. Okay, so Sun, thank you so much for joining. And for everybody here, let's send some love to Sun. Show love. Beautiful.
Oh man, my heart is pounding.
Go right ahead, Sun, whenever you're ready.
All right. Hmm.
And feel free to just talk normally too. You can just talk about, the practice as well as what it means to you or any of your experience with it.
Okay. Mm. I am myself. I am another. With every step, we learn to love each other. I am myself. I am the mother. Breathe deep, and love each other. I am myself. I am you. When I'm on the spot, don't know what to do. So I sing a song, and I hope to be true. I love you. Complete.
Beautiful. Thank you, son. That was so wonderful. That was
Thanks for
awesome.
listening.
That was awesome. Thank you for sharing your voice. Like, yeah, like people are already crying from that. So straight to the heart chakra. So that was beautiful. Awesome. Wonderful. Thank you, son. All right. Okay. We'll keep passing it around. And again, you guys will have multiple chances to just play around with here. Like I'm here to just kind of like feel out the energy and you guys are guiding this as we go. So whoever wants to be able to go now, and again, like feel inspired by like what each person does. So you can just be like, whoa, that was so cool. That was so powerful. Then we'll just move from there. So whoever wants to go next, just go ahead and let us know. Otherwise, I know Neil's like always ready to go. But anybody else who wants to go before Neil, let us know. Neil, I know you want to go. Okay, let's just check in. Anybody else want to go next before? Otherwise, we can pass it over to Neil. I know some of us. Okay, quick show of hands. Who here is like brand new to this? Just so I can kind of like get like a feel for this. So yeah, we got a few people who are still like fairly new to this. So and that's totally cool. And again, you guys, even if you're just like observing the entire time, that's totally fine with you guys. And I do encourage you to, if you are brand new and you're just like check in with yourself and just kind of like, if you're just like, ooh, like I'm nervous, like lean into that, feel into that, and just do it anyways. Like it's just one of those things where it's just like just do it anyways. And you have to make that choice as well, but at the same time do it in a playful way. So again, this is a safe space. We're here to be able to honor you. There's no judgment, and it can be short, it can be whatever it is, and yeah, we're here to support it. So no worries at all. So okay. Okay, anybody else before Neil who feels? Mykah? Yeah. Mykah wants to go. Okay, Mykah, and then whoever wants to go next, and then I know Neil's probably ready to jump in at any point. So Mykah, will pass it over to you. So let's show some love for Mykah. Show love. Go for it, Mykah.
It's interesting that this is happening now. I've actually been working, and something that's been calling deep to my heart is being able to put music together in this sense. So having this space to practice this makes me, you can say anxiety, but it's not really, like, it's excitement. So all right. There's a divine source within you and me. I've watched the clock tick. I've wore the pain on my body. I've created the pain within my body. But yet, Source has always shown me that there is light and dark to keep us moving forever forward. As we walk this tightrope, the waves move around us, balanced in the center. the divine feminine and the divine masculine, creating the three. But see, that's only one part of you and me. Our heart rings true when we stand in between, watching both play upon one another. Isn't this what a creator truly does? Observes all the energies and then creates from above, birthing into this earth something new to experience, allowing the old to shed, seeing the facade, allowing it to create the real, because that's what's inside. That's what seals the deal. Our souls are true, but we've lost the way, only to find the light that guides us through this sway. What is this way, you may say? Oh, it's just the movement of the universe around it. A divine clock, never ticking, never talking, because that's a human construct. Let's allow ourselves to step into this heart space and create before us something we've never seen before. Something maybe like a folklore, but really it's unity. And I see all around me, even with my eyes closed, the frequency that truly sees the truth beyond you and me. See, I've traveled to Saturn. I've sat with the nine. See, they're very divine. They help us from beyond, sending signals to this earth, reminding us of the divine within, the child of us. All right.
Mykah, show love for Mykah. That was awesome. Mykah, how'd that feel? Was that like, have you done that before? Was that kind of
That was the first time I've ever done that before, and I'm like, whoo.
good for you? That was awesome. That was so beautiful. So wow, awesome. Good job, Mykah. And again, quick observation on the style with Mykah. Notice how Mykah chose to have their eyes closed. Absolutely, like that can be very helpful because then it just kind of limits any stimuli and stuff like that. And when you do have your eyes closed, it can really just help you just kind of like really just listen. So like again, that's kind of what you're doing within the practice of Flowetry. It's basically this idea of when you slow down, you can like feel the future kind of arriving into this moment. You can almost kind of dilate time. And so again, if you're not really overthinking it too much, you're just kind of there to receive it. It's almost like kind of like this like conveyor belt of ideas, and it's just kind of like moving through you, and it's moving through your heart, and it's moving through your voice, and to kind of trust this process that even though you're not thinking too far ahead, to know that those next words are coming, that those next words are already on their way. And then you're just arriving in that moment where you're expressing them. So Mykah, that was so beautiful. Thank you again. And again, just the fact that that's your first time is just like so powerful to be able to see that and hold space for it. So beautiful. Okay. Who else wants to be able to go next? And I know Neil, you can definitely jump in next if anybody else doesn't want to get some more inspiration going here. I definitely want to practice doing some more singing stuff. Like listening to Sun do the singing definitely like inspires me. Breezy, was that a hand up? Was that what that was, or is that like I couldn't tell if it was old. Do you want to give it a shot, Breezy? It's up to you. Yeah. Either whenever works. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's show some love for Breezy. Show love. And Breezy, is this your first time kind of doing something like this?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh wow. Yeah. All right. I am who I am and who I might be, but who you see is the not me. I am who I am, and at the same time, I'm not. I have and I have, but I will not. The things that I see are what streams through from me, and coming through is the love. I love you.
Breezy, show love for Breezy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was so cool. Breezy, how did that feel? If you want to just
Like a little nerve-wracking, the eyes closed thing definitely helped. It's been a while since I'm singing, so I'm pushing myself to just keep singing. So that's just like me pushing myself. My face is really red and I'm really sweaty. So I bet all of y'all can relate to that.
That's awesome. Thank you, Breezy. That was beautiful. So cool. I'm so proud of you guys. Like literally, it's just so meaningful to be able to see. And again, just thank you again, everybody, for just holding space. I'm proud of you all. Like whether or not you're sharing tonight is totally, secondary to the fact that you're here. So cool. Okay. Who wants to go next? Neil, you can put your hand up if you want to go
I'll
next.
go next.
Yeah. Okay, so let's pass over to Neil. So again, just a little context. Neil is fairly experienced with this. He's got more experience than I do. So Neil, any other tips in terms of the Flowetry for the people here?
Yeah, I'd say that, I'm only ready half the time. I'm not ready all the time. And I've done this like, I don't know, like 1,500 times, like maybe like up to 800 open mics and online. But every other time, because I said 50%, I freaking get nervous, like so nervous. I sweat my ass off. I get cold sweats. I'm shaking right now, actually, because I get very, very nervous. And it's also because part of why I do this is because I express myself because of the lack of expression when I was younger, right? So that I already know that comes from this whole thing of not feeling like I'm worthy, you know what I mean? So whenever I do this, I do it, but I always have like that element of if I'm worthy enough. But when I do freestyles, that's the word, like the craziest, because I have a mind that always tries to map out what is going to happen in the future. So like I'm taking an improv class right now just to help me try to get over that. And that improv class too, like they're giving you a prompt, and then like by the time it's my turn, I've already mapped out what I'm going to do, even though I'm supposed to be improvising in the moment, So I just want to like comment on that. One time somebody actually told me many years ago that, when I said I have anxiety, he said, well, like, anxiety is just energy that you've just polarized a specific way, right? So that has helped me a lot, realizing that it's all energy and breathing it in and going through it. But it's still like, sometimes I can't even help it. Like I feel like I'm prepared and normal, but then all of a sudden my heart feels like it's going to burst out of my chest, and then I'm all sweaty and I'm like so damn nervous. And I don't know if it's ever going to go, but I've noticed also on Zoom, it gets more like that than when I'm at an open mic on stage performing. So when I'm like in a scenario that is for it, that everybody's doing one after another, it's easier than when I'm on Zoom. So that's just my 2 cents on it all.
That's awesome, Neil. And again, the context of like anxiety, like feeling anxious and feeling nervous is like one little adjustment away from excitement.
Mm-hmm.
So we can kind of like feel into that idea that it's like, oh yeah, like I am nervous, but it's also an excitement thing at the same time. Like it can be kind of both. And then once you kind of like begin to change the narrative, you can actually begin to kind of like relate that feeling as excitement, where it's like, ooh, okay, let's do this. And again, like this is a practice where it's like really dropping into trust.
Yes.
Kind of dropping into faith. So again, if this is something that you can kind of explore as a microcosm, this can have a holographic effect onto the macrocosm of your life, where it's like, whoa, this is helping me speak my truth and create my art like in big ways and in little ways and big ways, So Neil, thank you again. So everybody here, let's show some love for Neil. Show love. Neil, when you're ready, go right ahead, dude.
Sometimes I just wake up and let the words flow out of my mouth. I don't even need to know what is going to come up next, because one day I could be perplexed, but the next day I can know exactly what I want for myself and from this life, because I'm on the hunt looking for something to put into my soul so that I can be whole once again. Maybe that's the reason why I go around the world looking for friends. I said a long time ago, when you get to a certain age, it's hard to make friends because you're just consumed with your life. You might have a wife, you might have all these bills and so much strife. So I was like, damn, I wish I had my friends from back in the day when I was a younger kid, when I was going to high school and we would just kick it old school. It was pretty cool. But then one day I grew up and my frequency was like a volcano. It erupted to another dimensional existence. And all these other people around me, they weren't persistent. They had their own lifestyles that they wanted to continue. I didn't really smile when I was around them. I was in the flow. The freestyle knew that was within me always, was always about the universal condition that we are in. These individuals still believed that there was sin, but I knew that they were just two polar opposites of the same twin. And my life was just about to begin. But now I'm a little older, and my friends, they've gone into other worlds, and this planet has been smoldered. But I don't even know if I'm going to be another day older when the time comes for me to know how to rhyme, but I realize it will never be done because I'm coming through particles of the sun, so I can be solar dust and go back and entrust myself with the dilated pupils that are in my eyes that make me realize that I want to remain high and levitate my mind to a frequency inside that everybody can ride on this quantum wave. You know, we've all been slaves to the day, but not slaves in the way that they portray. It's actually slaves called indentured servants. We've been given this world, now we got to put in the service and go back. So I dedicate these verses to the universal mother, the universal brother, the sky, the father. The creation has been gifted to us all. You and I, we all heard the cosmic call. Not only did we volunteer, but we were also selected. That's the paradox that resurrected this reason that we're on this planet right now, where people think we commit treason, but it's not the way. The seasons will change, but then one day they will stop changing when we rearrange the anatoms in the planet and make it like Atlantis when it's all straight again. And what happens when it's straight? We got one season, 75 degrees every single where. Time for spring break all day. And that is the game I'm here to play. But I don't need to get drunk to get that way. I just opened the third eye, and now we're well spoken. So on herb, I'm token, just so I can be provoking. MCs, I'll be joking, but not choking. I'll be joking because I'm coming on the microphone, and I want to be known for the words that I spoke last life and this life too. We're all here, and this life, I'm here with you. And this is the life that I choose. Thank you.
Beautiful. Showing that love for Neil. Awesome. Neil, how'd that feel?
Good, dude. I always feel relieved afterwards, you know, like everything, the energy inside balances out and it's like chill afterwards and it's more mellow, you know?
Totally. Yeah. Like that, like that's the thing, like kind of, it's almost like, you know, for those of us who have done kind of like laughter practice meditation where it's like this like high intensity and then afterwards it's just like this, like, it's kind of like this like stillness.
Mm-hmm.
So super cool. And like you could probably just like keep going, you know. It's like once, like that's the thing, like once you've kind of like gotten into this, it's like this like perpetual thing that you can just kind of continue to ride away for. It's
very hard for me to figure out how to end things, you know. I couldn't like, dude, back in the day, like when I was like had some like depressive issues, I didn't even know how to end conversations on phone. I would get anxiety over ending the conversation on the phone. So it's like sometimes I'm like, should I continue? Am I done with this? Is it going to trail out? Should I come back? Do I need to keep having hard-hitting information, or can I just be chill? You know, like those are all the thoughts that I'm processing all the time. I'm like, what am I doing this for? You know what I mean? Am I attempting to keep it going? Do I want to end it? How am I going to do it? So those are kind of like things that give me anxiety leading up to the whole thing, right? And then when I get into it and I just flow, it comes out, but I still have issues ending it. And also, I feel like a lot of times I feel that it needs to rhyme, even though I'm really working on not rhyme, making it like hit hard without having to rhyme. But right now, like, you know, that's just the easiest way to go, really, is to like make it all rhyme and make it flow like that. That's my rant.
Yeah. No, that's absolutely, that's key advice there. And again, just kind of reiterating, like, absolutely, again, you know, like whether it rhymes or whether it doesn't rhyme is totally fine. Cause like you can find that like, as you get more familiar with this, you can substitute a rhyme with a cadence. So like it'll be the inflection of like how you say something, and it will happen kind of like so consecutively that, you know, the people listening to it, like they're not going to be like, they won't even have like, they aren't looking at it to be critical, right? They're just like receiving whatever kind of continues to move through you. So, you know, that's where really finding a rhythm that works for you and really playing with multiple different types of rhythms as you get comfortable with tapping into this practice. So
yeah, I really appreciate and enjoy people that are able to flow without rhyming. not, I mean, most of the time there's rhymes all the time, but able to do like certain sections of it without rhyming and still hit hard and deliver it really well, that's not easy to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. Okay. All right, Neil, thank you again. That was so cool, and always an honor to be able to share space with you, brother. So thank you again. Beautiful. Okay, let's just keep checking in. So whoever wants to be able to go next, again, this space, this opportunity is here for you. So whoever feels they want to give it a shot, you're more than welcome to. Shannon, yeah, cool. Okay, all right. So we'll pass it over to Shannon. So let's show some love for Shannon. Show love. Go ahead, Shannon.
All right, I gotta actually keep it short because I gotta run to a podcast. But I loved your last Flowetry workshop, so I thought I'd be here. I feel like I'm pretty rhymey because what a way to play with this Flowetry thing. I feel like it helps make our heart sing. Trying to just let words flow as I feel a ping, like a flying on a tightrope. Kind of feels like a joke, but I'm just sitting here waiting on spirit just to give me a little poke. Sometimes it feels like I might choke, but instead I'll breathe in deep, just kind of pretend like I'm taking a toke. Okay, I've made it through this. Feeling pretty stoked. I'm glad I'm not the only one who gets nervous. But I am glad that we are all here doing this public service. I think that's what I got, guys.
Yeah, that was awesome, Shannon. Cool. Well, Shannon, I'm glad you were able to drop in before you guys got to check it out. Be sure, Bring Me to Life Network. Be sure to check it out. Like everybody here is like we're all like, we all got like stuff that is worth checking out too. So cool. Awesome. Shannon, anything else before you jump out, or how that felt or anything?
I just hope you keep doing these because it helps give me inspiration for the music and stuff that I'm making. So keep it up. It's nice to hear everybody flowing and just kind of get into that heart space. I like remixing and hearing everybody's lines, and it's just like so inspiring because you never know what kind of rhymes you're going to end up with.
Absolutely. So cool. Thank you, Shannon, for the support. And yeah, absolutely. Like you guys giving that feedback and saying like, yo, like more of this, like absolutely. Like I've had this idea to kind of be like, yeah, like this may be something, or it could be a weekly thing. Like if we're just like, whoa, like, cause again, you know, just like the routine of it, like that's what I mean. Like this is not just something that's just for fun. Like this is actually a practice that will unfold into all the other things that we're doing, and to help kind of, again, just kind of like tap into our heart space, develop our confidence, develop our creativity, have fun with each other. Like it's just fun just to chill out here, right? So cool, awesome.
Yo, this is like practice for public speaking, like straight up.
Absolutely.
You know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No. Yeah. This is like kind of like Toastmasters for Flowetry. It's kind of what it is. I mean, essentially, the paradigm shift is all about that. So cool. Okay. Thank you again, everyone. Let's keep things moving along here. Anybody else who wants to go next? I know Joshua, Peter. If you guys, because Joshua, like you do, like I saw you, like you do like a lot of like freestyle music stuff, right? Like you've definitely played with this, right? Do you want to go ahead? You can just kind of talk a little bit about your experience.
Yeah, sure.
Means, Joshua.
Yeah, no, that's part of my magic. I love improv and the bardic. For when we weave and we sway and we know in the way, we trust in the night and the day, we find our way. In between the green and the gray, we sway. Was it like that we say, we live as we pray. We move between the seams of a waking dream, finding ourselves unraveling beneath. Over and under and back up again, we find ourselves, we begin again. So back underneath and over and up, all around and swirl as we must, find in the magic and trust in the way and the truth and all in that we will say. Find the way. For even though we get super nervous, we wonder, man, am I even worth this? We cry just a bit and then we laugh in a fit. We wonder again and then we trust in all of it. For as we unwhirl, we swirl and we twine, We find in that perfect space and time, in our expression, the divine resides. We find in the grace and we trust in the way. We unravel in the truth, and that's what we pray. For in this we must and we find and we say, no more cray cray, I come out to play. And then I say, and I trust in the way. I love it, I must, and I find in the day. For underneath and in between and over top and all around and inside, we must trust in the way, and we find and we play. We open up, and that's the golden way. We sway in between and we find in the depths, underneath and over top and down around and back inside. We unravel the dream, we are weavers of the woven, the threads of a story, and that's what we've been told is more than we see. It's all that we reap, it's what that we've sown in the garden of time. So find in the game the edifice of our lives, an awakening, blossoming, blooming, unfurling lotus. And that is the golden truth that's inside. You see that your worth is all the enterprises, the value of a redemptive commerce based on you and me in unity, collective consciousness seen in the garden of our awakening. So underneath and over top and back around, underneath and over, inside and around, as within and so without, as above and so below. Find the ground of truth in the soil that you've sown, the seeds of we, the tides of time, and see the gift that you bring inside.
Beautiful. Show love for Joshua. Thank you, Josh.
Thanks, guys.
Awesome. Joshua, do you want to just maybe just talk a bit about, what's helped you in your creative expression process with improv and anything else tips wise?
Sure. Yeah. It's I find it's all the energy. It's like as we face the thing inside, it's about charging the line, right? As we face the quivers and we face the nervous and we face the blockages in the throat chakra and in the power, and we just felt it. And around, are we being received by the world? Like, can we trust fully in our own expression? And as we breathe into that and we lean into that, as Brendan was saying, and the previous brother was saying, it's like there's an unraveling. And the unraveling, we allow ourselves to be the unraveling, and we play with the unraveling, and it's like the nervous energy turns into an excitement. So it's like the poetry is like the transmutation of the thing itself. So it's just by the act of you doing it redeems the pattern of the trauma inside. And this is actually what I've done a lot of work on in myself, is just like bringing it back to the level of my own energy and using art as a way of healing and transformation. Because then it's like you're allowing your own magic and your own, because all of the struggles and stuff that we've gone through is like it becomes this rich compost in the soil of our soul. It becomes like this launching off point for our creativity, for our poetry. And so it's like, you can paint the full range, because you're not just stuck in like the positive, you're using that to be that rich ground for the garden. And it's like the art of just doing it becomes a transformational process in which we're in communication with our spirit, and then there's kind of like an allowance. So it's a valorous thing when you're like about to go on the stage and you're feeling it and it's coming up in your chakras and you're like, is it okay? Am I safe? And you like give that to yourself and you do it anyways. And every time that you do that, you just get better.
Beautifully said. Beautifully said. Thank you,
Thanks,
Josh.
guys.
Very elegant. So.
Thank you.
Oh, awesome. And again, for everybody here, like everybody here is like mostly everybody here is in the Paradigm Shift Central server, Discord server. So you guys make sure you're connecting with each other. And please, by all means, Joshua, anybody else here, if you guys want to post your social media links in the Zoom chat, please, by all means, do so. And I'll try and relay some of that into the YouTube info as well, so people can check that out. That way, some more people can connect with your stuff. Peter, you had your hand up. Did you want to? Yeah. Please, by all means, Peter and Joshua, they're again very interwoven on their journey. So Peter, please either just bounce off what Joshua shared, and if you want to go into your own flow tree when you feel called, by all means. So welcome, Peter. So show love for Peter. Welcome, Peter. Oh, just make sure your microphone's unmuted.
Am I on?
Now you're on. Yeah, good.
Okay. Wow, I love hearing everyone's magic. I love word spells. I love story spells. It is the essence and nature of the divine narrative of our lives, where we speak our world into being. So,
Oh, one second. Rebecca, did you need to go before you head out? Sorry, I missed that comment from earlier. Becca,
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. So Becca, let's give you a chance to do what you want to do, and then Peter will go after that. So
Becca, go first.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So
Thank you.
Becca, would you like to go next?
Yeah, I feel like I'm in the room with a lot of Romeos, by the way, guys. Like Shakespeare's just living through everybody right now. I'm really, really nervous. My heart's like out of my throat, in my throat right now. So I'm just gonna keep my camera off. And I'll try and speak properly so you can understand me.
Oh, there it is.
Okay. In your eyes, I see mine, the golden flecks of time, less of time, but of no time at all. Freedom to see, to soul. I hear the wind whisper, we're free, free to feel, touch, taste, and know. Know and not know what is real or not, and that's okay. We reach for the sun as to touch source, and we realize the greatness was always in our eyes. Our energies hold each other in embrace, and the heat of love kisses the face of the child in you and me, and that's how I feel. It feels to be free. And that's it.
That was beautiful, Becca.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Becca. Becca, had you written that out previously?
No, I just wrote it now while listening to Joshua.
So you wrote it while you were listening, and then you read it and stuff. So,
Yeah.
Oh, that was beautiful. Thank you, Becca. You did a wonderful job sharing. So. Awesome.
Sorry, I was shaking, but thank you for the space. And like, I feel, well, what poetry feels to me is it's real emotion and it's real heart, and for people to share it, it means a lot to me. So thank you for giving me a piece of yourselves, guys. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Show love for Rebecca. Thank you, Rebecca.
Enjoy the rest of your night, guys. Thank you.
Take care, Rebecca. We'll see you around. So beautiful.
Bye.
Awesome. Man, we can like literally like you can like feel us growing like as we do this. We just hang out here. This is such a powerful space. Okay, we'll pass it over to Peter, and then just checking in. Did somebody else want to? Because we can go around again. So did somebody else who maybe hasn't gone? If you haven't gone yet, let us know, and we'll make sure that you have a chance to go, and then we'll just kind of go a little bit more. I might practice some singing stuff, and then we'll get close to finishing the recording, and then we'll finish off the class. So, okay, Peter, you ready? I can pass it back to you if you are ready. So, okay. All right. Okay. So let's pass it back to Peter. So show love for Peter. Thank you, Peter. Go right ahead.
Thank you so much. Okay. We say that it's flowetry, a good kind of alchemy, things that are meant to be, things that are feeling free. I said in the me and I said in the you. I said all the words that seem to be true, that seem to be wondered and wondered refined as we open the channels of eyes in our mind to feel ourselves loving and open divine in flowetry, poetry, alchemy fine. I said that we wondered. I said that we dashed. I said that we stopped and changed all the rates. We opened the places we were feeling great. We changed from the rhythm and rhyme and delivered things a bit slower. I delivered things a bit golden, a bit in the flow, a bit in the know, a bit in the wondering, where will I go? I wonder at find the alchemy rhyme. The melody loving and loving divine. I tell you the wonder refined. I tell you the wonder align. I tell you the wonder you are the divine. I tell you the wonder you are the refined. I saw you in mirrors, it's clearer in mind. I saw you in wonders, I'm yours and you're mine. And thus in the wonder, the maze of that mind, we open the space, the heart cracks quite wide. We delve into places where we dare not hide. We seem that we're finding all smoothly aligned. We find that we're wondering, we're feeling divine. We feel all the wonders, I said it's refined. Oh, tell me the wonders that are inside your mind.
Beautiful. Show love for Peter. Thank you, Peter.
I love you so big. You guys are charging it. I love chargers. Yeah, dude, thank you so big. I love it. Everyone is charging the line. I love that so much. There's so much bravery.
So beautiful. And Peter, like I mean, you know the importance of the bard and the storytellers and everything like that. Please go ahead. If any other inspiration you just want to share.
Oh, you want me to talk about the bardic?
Well, I mean, I know it's like a whole presentation in itself. But I mean, like even just in the terms of
What
like
is the bardic then, my friends and family? But the true song that lay within the marrow of the golden timbre of your honest heart. Or the thing that lay beneath the shadows and shades, the curved mirrors that cause the grand forget, and the veil of unknowing your truest and deepest diamond. For such is the wonder, the lightning and thunder, the thing that you find when you rise from the blunders. When you stand in your wonder, you stand there refined, like the piece of the gold, the heart that is bold. It keeps you going, it keeps you quite warm when you're feeling quite cold. And thus is the truth, as I laid it in verse, the reflection of mirrors in this universe.
Oh my God, I'm just smiling so much right now. That's awesome. Very playful.
I'm so happy. I love you guys so big.
Awesome. Thank you, Peter. Thank you. So,
oh my God.
Awesome chargers here. So beautiful. Cool. Okay. All right. Just again, I just want to be able to check in if anybody else here really feels called to be able to check in. Rachel. Yeah. Okay. So let's show some love for Rachel. Rachel, passing it over to you.
You go, Rachel.
Okay, I just raised my hand and that's all it took. I heard the call in each of your verses and I just kept building. Like I changed my top because that's like I have to be here and I have to be in this top that I've had for years and years because it's part of my aura, and I set the scene and cleared the energy. I was so inspired by you guys, and and there's no need for it to be any sort of way. I kept telling myself this every day, and I was doing Flowetry by myself, and now I get to do it with you guys, and it's so divine to just step up and be, and not have to be asleep to live my dream, and to create it and know that it will fall, but really I'm rising in it. and praise be as I raise me. Aries rising is not me, but Pisces rising. There's no correct way. It just is me stepping out and 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 I'm good with all of it. I'm good with all of it. I'm good with all of it.
It's beautiful. Awesome. Beautiful job, Rachel.
Thank you.
So much. That was wonderful. Oh my God, it's so powerful just be able to like be here and just holding each other in this space. Rachel, you did a wonderful job. And again, very, very proud of you and everybody here for just stepping into this moment. So wonderful job. So let's show some love for Rachel. Go, Rachel.
And I really want to say, like the word that really helps me is courage, and knowing that like that's a whole like actual vibration that, sorry, my eyes burn sometimes when I cry, but just courage, and no one's really actually judging you. No one is, and it doesn't matter anyway, the judgment. It's about the energy of courage.
Very well said. Very well said. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, no, it really is. It really is, again, us just being able to be in this space where it's just like, oh my goodness, like the only critic was like me. Like the only thing stopping me was me. And again, and that's a part of the human journey, I think, in many ways. And so just by becoming aware of that, it becomes incredibly liberating, because it's like, I have permission to do this. I have permission to try this. I have permission to play with this. And that's what we're doing. We're literally just playing with these energies. You know, at some point on our journey, many of us got convinced that we weren't allowed to play, that playing was something that we had to stop at childhood. And yet here we are as adults reclaiming our right to play, and thus in turn reclaiming our voice and reclaiming this ability to inspire others to do the same, and reclaiming our courage. Like, absolutely. So thank you, Rachel, for sharing and stepping into your courage. Very, very beautiful. So that's awesome. So cool. Okay, awesome. All right, let's just keep things moving along here. We'll put it maybe another maybe 15 minutes on the clock, and then we'll wrap it up for the night, and everybody can just go have a nice restful evening, and allow this energy to just kind of like percolate with you into the other things that you got that are going to follow after this. So anybody else who wants to go, if there's anybody else who hasn't gone yet, I know there's a couple people who just jumped in. Opal, you just jumped in as well. So Opal, again, we've been kind of just passing the talking stick around and inviting people to practice sharing some Flowetry. So if you're familiar enough with the concept, please, by all means, you're welcome to jump right in. So Opal, do you feel like you're comfortable enough to practice doing some Flowetry? Or if you need anything? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, cool.
Yeah, thank you for welcoming me into this space, by the way, Sun. And I've heard a lot about you, Brennan, so it's nice to finally meet you.
Awesome. Thank you. Happy to have you here. So without me needing to say much, for everybody here, just show love for Opal. Show love. So when you're ready, Opal, take your time.
We all sit so patiently upon our thrones of bone, stone, moan, and blood. We are always seeking for validation externally, but we are the sun from birth. We're always seeking for this answer to this question of, am I worthy? Should I put forth my internal voice projected out into this eternal void. Fear and scary voice inside my head. Who am I? Do I have a choice? Am I chosen? Who am I upon this throne of bone, blood, and stone? Am I king, queendom? Am I non-binary? Who am I? Male and female, non-gendered? Do I wear a crown or do I sit amongst the flower bed, curious as to my child's play? When do I stand up and decide that what I have to say is worthy, divine, eternally created from the cosmos, woven down from the DNA strands that have been passed down from generations and generations? When will we choose to decide that we are worthy when we have always been worthy since we have been born from the womb until we are in our tomb? We are worthy. And then we continue onwards to create and cultivate, weave this eternal tapestry, this infinite oneness that is us, woven seamlessly together as one organism, one consciousness, one collective consciousness, evolving over and over and over again throughout time, seamlessly, slowly moving along through these timelines, jumping and weaving through these grapevines, listening to the whispers that hymn through the night. Do we take the moment to listen closely to the small drip drops of rain that trickle down into our brain? We are worthy, and you are God, you are Goddess, you are loved, you deserve to be seen, heard, you deserve to be witnessed and loved. You are worthy. Speak your truth and let it flow. Whatever comes out is eternally divine, and you are beautiful. Thank you for existing.
Beautiful. Show love for Opal. Thank you, Opal. I love again, you know, like I know I mentioned before, I'm just like sitting on the floor with you guys, like just like chilling out here and just like being able to just kind of like close my eyes while listening. It's just like really, I love it. I love it. So I mean, again, you know, when other people are doing their thing, like if it helps you, like feel free to just kind of close your eyes and like, and again, and really tap into this idea that like what you're listening to is like nothing less than like the universe talking. You know, like that's what it is. Like we're collectively tapping into like the heart of the universe. So that's where like, I mean, yeah, we could practice Flowetry and practice talking about, you know, the materialistic world and shopping at the mall or something like that. But to have it with that intention where it's like, no, let's do it with the intention to be able to bring forth wisdom of the ages and wisdom of, you know, wizards and sages here to be able to help show new ways in which we can play this, you know, like this type of intention, creates the pathway where like some very powerful wisdom naturally just kind of comes through to the surface. So it's really cool to just kind of like sit there and listen and be like, whoa, like that's like psychedelic almost. So cool. Okay, Opal, thank you again. That was awesome. I'm glad you were able to join in when you could. So beautiful. So cool. All right. Yeah, let's just kind of check in with anybody. Is there anybody else here who hasn't shared yet that would like to share? I know, and again, no pressure. You're not expected to. Everybody here, you're welcome to participate in whatever way you're most comfortable with. So just one more chance for anybody else to be able to go. And I'll try a little bit of and again, this is me challenging myself. So I'm gonna try like a little bit of some like guitar. This thing is not even tuned. Like, ooh, oh wow, that sounds good. So, okay. So this is a Merlin guitar. I'm not an expert at it. I play around with it, but this is gonna be me just kind of like doing like a fun jam. Like that's my intention for this one. Like it's not going to be like a super serious one. It's literally just going to be kind of like a playful kind of thing. So let me just play. Like let me just play for you. Like literally play together. So okay, all right, and then we'll do this. And then again, anybody else, you guys are welcome to just kind of jump in. And yeah, we'll keep probably about maybe like 10 more minutes left on this before we wrap it up. So okay. Don't pay attention to the instrument. It's probably like too out of tune to actually be proper good, but nonetheless, okay. All right,
Hey,
okay.
Brendan, real quick.
Yeah.
One of my fairy allies just clicked in. I gotta go check in with him and help him do something with the
Yeah.
Mykah. Totally. I love you so big. I will listen to your thing later. You rock. You're awesome.
Thank you,
Double
Peter.
paw.
Thank you.
Double paw to everybody. Ramaste. I honor the beast within you. Yeah, man.
Thank you, Peter. We'll keep in touch.
Much love. Take care, guys.
Much love. Okay. All right. Okay. Let me just play around with this. So I don't know what's going to happen here. This is just for jokes, quite frankly. So, okay. All right. Oh, you didn't ask to be here, but maybe you did. You incarnated in this lifetime, and I'm so thankful to have you here with me. It's taken a million synchronicities for us to be here in this blissopy. And blissopy is the recipe for how we're gonna change the world. And it's gonna take you and me bringing all that we can truly see. Because this journey is one that's special when you share it with the ones you love. The ones you love. It doesn't matter where you're going, and it doesn't matter where you're from. It just matters who you're sharing it with and being there for the ones you love. Because when you help out your friends, you're helping yourself. And I wish the whole world truly knew what it felt like to be seen and to be heard and to help each other remember the words that it takes to say I love you each day, and I'm here to be a part of this play because we've all got a part within this heart to open our hearts and show each other where it starts. And it's only taken a million synchronicities for you and me to finally be here with each other. Won't you be my brother? And my sisters and my mother and my father and my daughter, each and every single one of us, children of the great Gaia Mother. And so, as you walk this path, know that you are loved. And if you ever forget, just simply look above. Because when I see you, I see me. And when I see you, I see infinity. Infinity. I see you. And I see you seeing me. There we go. That was a thing, right? Like, was that a thing? I don't know. How did that sound? I know it's like it's kind of funny for me because I get into this mode where I'm like, oh, this is just like ridiculous, but then I'm just like, no, but I actually like singing in a proper way, and then I have like this weird way of singing, but then I also want to do this proper way of singing. I don't know, it's kind of a mixture of both, but again, and that's like me kind of like experimenting with that. I do being able to practice singing is something that I haven't really fully gotten. I haven't really dived into it so much, but I feel it is such a powerful, powerful way to be able to just be able to, again, kind of practice sharing story and communicating truth and getting messages out there. So long story short, stay tuned for my EP, I guess. Is that what I'm saying? So, I don't know. Okay, cool. Thank you. Son, thank you as well. I'm glad you liked it. That means so much coming from you as well. And thank you again, everyone. So, okay. Let's just go around one more time for anybody else. If you guys feel called to share, you can kind of go with a similar format. You can try something different, and then we'll get close to wrapping it up. So, anybody else who wants to be able to jump in? Okay, Jessica wants to be able to jump in. So, okay, cool. Let's do that. Let's pass it over to Jessica. So, okay, Jessica, let's show some love for Jessica. Show love. Go ahead, Jessica.
Okay, thank you guys for giving me this opportunity. I don't really write poems or sing like that anymore. I used to when I was younger and like just started getting back into it. Do you want me to like try to free flow, or do you want me to read a poem I wrote specifically for this?
Whatever
Or
you choose.
both?
Reading the one you wrote is totally welcome as well. So whatever you choose.
Would you rather me not do that?
Do you want to do both? Like, do you want to read the poem and then?
I'll try.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you want to start with reading the poem, you can do that first, and then if you want to try after, you can also try. Yep.
Okay. Bring the pain. I've got everything to gain. So much to lose. Stop hitting snooze. Won't stop till I reach the top. Lost my head, confused by a screen. Breathe in and out, cover it in green. Clear it with a smoky sheen. So happy to be here. So happy to be seen in a dream. I know you were there. I saw your face. You make me laugh, even in a dark place. Ancestors, send me in the right direction, please. Don't tease this reflection. I'll give it my all. I'll pass you the ball. Your turn to make the play. Even if they are genuine, send them my way. Got a lot to learn today. So do you. But don't give it away. Truth is what I'm after. Try not to flirt with disaster. Won't let it touch me. God has a way. He'll know what to do. We will find a way. Peace in a dream. Love can't be seen. You have to feel it deep in your being. Don't be scared. Come out and play. You can worry later. Skip the sad scene. To be happy. Just being, thinking without seeing, looking too hard or bombard. We are free here, just as curious as you. Close those eyes, right on cue. Blindly running, I know where to go. I've been here before, saw you walk in my door, saw this place in my sleep. And that was it, I guess. Okay.
Beautiful. Awesome. Thank you, Jessica. That was wonderful.
Now I don't know what I'm gonna say. Okay. I came to this place one day just to say thank you for giving me this day every day. I like where this is going. Don't know what else to say. Losing direction. Can't lose the reflection. Lost my way once. Can't do it again. 2 children to worry about. No more sin. I'm over it now. Lost it a long time ago. Won't lose my way again. Right now is just the time to begin. There we go. I'm done.
Beautiful. Show love for Jessica. Thank you, Jessica. Very well done. Proud of you. So awesome. Beautiful. All right. Wow. You guys having fun tonight? This has been a good time tonight. Do this again? Yeah. Perfect. All right. Brianna, what's all right, it's like "Rawr." Okay. All right. Okay, let's just again we can kind of go around. Son, did you want to share again before we get close to wrapping it up? Wasn't sure if you had your okay. All right, okay, cool. All right.
Just look, guys, I'm gonna pop out.
Joshua, okay, you're heading out then?
Yeah.
Okay, Joshua, thank you again, man. Love having you here, and thank you for
Thank
sharing.
you guys so much. I love that, Jessica.
Beautiful. Awesome.
Thank you
Thanks,
so
Josh.
much. Many blessings.
Many blessings. So cool. Okay, so again, we're getting close to wrapping it up. I know Neil has another one that they want to share. Neil's got a song that they're working on. So Neil, we'll pass it over to you. And then again, if there's nobody else who wants to go shortly after, we'll make space. But again, we're going to be close to wrapping it up anyway. So yeah, Neil, go ahead. Back to you.
All right. So I'm going to share a song with you that I'm writing right now. But what I'm actually working on, I've been fully immersed in music for the last few months. I'm working on releasing a spoken word album. I have 10 different spoken word albums I want to release. I categorize my poetry. The first one's called Planet Earth. And it's all, like basically about earthly experience and incarnating on Earth with classic musical, with piano and classical music in the background. And then I also have 9 tracks to the side that I'm creating a hip hop album for. And so I've just finished the lyrics for this song. And this is one of the 9 tracks that'll be on my hip hop album that should be released sometime this year. And the way it starts is it starts with like a spoken word piece, and then it gets into the song, but I'm not going to do an instrumental at all. And then it's called Time Travel, and it's about like basically time traveling, interdimensional lives, chaos, nothingness, and then everything. And then the last verse is about like me going back in time to view my own life. Okay, here we go. Solidify the meaning that you had of the chaos theory. Man is free to be anything he wishes as long as you stay under the bridges. The digits add to the numerical positioning of atoms, and energy creates wings to fly freely. In the atmosphere, we scorch with volcanic ashes. It lasted a millennia for him. He lashes back at the governing entity. He flashes fast, can't nobody see his mentality. This person is me. This person is me. Infinity in our brain capacity, like a galaxy, we are our own heaven, can dwell and create a hell when we pass into a permanent sleeping spell. Fell off the mountaintop a while ago, deep into the snow, came out devolved, and now I can see cloud by low levels of doubt, feel doubt to be without nothing to see. But all around me, absorbing the energy that is not mine, that will never show negativity, fried mind, kind of time to be on the line, observing ants working in rants, they provoking this time as I rhyme to find some peace of mind. As I rhyme to find some peace of mind. Time travel with vision. The mission was given. Shatter the prison. Unlock the chains. Remember the days that came before this eon, this age, when the starships transported our ancestors to the earthly place, when we, like the sage, pay homage to the ways in which we came. Time has slowed down. Or is our perception of the now, creating ripples, overcoming obstacles, abundance flows, the end is close? Which only means there's a new beginning, spinning like a black hole's event horizon as my chakra points awaken and widen, a slow solar flare that inspires all men and women to inhale the ether into each of the pores inside of the physical cells that rely on oxygen and natural amount of rest. I will forever rhyme until I take my last breath. Time travel with vision. The mission was given. Shatter the prison, unlock the chains. Remember the days that came before this eon, this age, when the starships transported our ancestors to earthly place, when we, like the sage, pay homage to the ways in which we came. I said time has slowed down. Or is our perception of how we exist in a matrix of disavowed humans searching for the next cash cow? I'm the sacred cow, worshipped at the top of the mound, spinning around, milk and honey to those who hear the sound as your chakra points awaken and your soul is found. Sun gaze to receive praise from this maze we find ourselves in. To the collective cellular membrane ancestry passed down from your kin. DNA strands unwind and bend and dissipate upon death. I will forever rhyme until I take my last breath. Time travel with vision. The mission was given. Shatter the prison. Unlock the chains. Remember the days that came before this eon, this age, when the starships transported our ancestors to earthly place, when we, like the sage, pay homage to the ways in which we came. You see, one time each day was a struggle, trying to juggle my higher and lower self without assistance, no help. A lost soul, just a kid in this world who knew he didn't belong. I came from another planet, another home, but home is all I ever wanted. Looking for it in the friends I loved. I confronted fears that were ingrained in my soul from a childhood when I didn't know how to say no. My trust in those were violated. It took decades before I owned that it wasn't my fault. That it wasn't my fault. I didn't know better, had no direction, felt disconnected. I could melt and vanish. No one would miss this misfit. I wish this life started different until I shifted the imprisonment of my own brain. I was a slave to the belief systems and imprints, so I went on a search for the root of all religion to see why we dismiss kids by the gods above. On the search for the pure, unconditional love, traveled the depths of space with the books and videos that made me realize humanity's soul was so deep. Began researching Earth's true ancient history and spirituality minus the organized piety that got all these MCs on the knees. I no longer beg God, please help me, for I've always been free, moving to a higher density, providing the world with non-stop free energy. Time travel with vision. The mission was given. Shatter the prison, unlock the chains. Remember the days that came before this eon, this age, when the starships transported our ancestors to earthly place, when we, like the sage, pay homage to the ways in which we came. That's it right there. It's without the instrumental, so it sounds much sicker, I think, with the instrumental, but that's just the acapella version.
Dude, that's next level, man. Like, I know again, people were impressed by just like the Flowetry from earlier, but like hearing your written stuff, it's like, oh, right? Brianna, was that for you? A little bit? Yeah. That's
Thank you.
so, and that's the thing, right? Like literally just like, people listening to content like that, especially if they're maybe new to the spiritual path or whatever, or new to these paradigm shifty concepts, like they're like receiving all of this as like, it's like a file transfer, right? And they'll be like, whoa, like I don't fully know what it meant, but like it touched my soul.
Yes.
It unlocked something inside of me, or planted a seed, and then it might kind of grow out a little bit later. So Neil, that's so cool, man.
A great example of what you just said. I mean, like if I've done like 1,000 open mics, right? And over half of them, if not 3/4 of them, if 90% of them weren't conscious open mics, they were just random open mics. And when I went to England one time, I did 3 open mics at pubs in 3 nights in a row, and it was completely, people didn't realize it. And so I started doing that consciously, going to places where I knew people didn't get it, just so I started being more comfortable performing. And but then what I realized was, even in crowds where I know no one understood what I said, they all still were like coming up and commenting because they could feel the frequency of the information.
That's awesome. That's cool. Yeah, I like the idea of kind of like going to places that you wouldn't really expect it. Actually, you know what? Oh man, that reminds me. Man, there was a period where this was a couple of years ago, but I rented like a looper pedal and like a portable speaker, and like for a while I was doing this thing where I was like basically using a looper pedal and like going downtown with a microphone and like doing freestyle flowetry on the street as people were walking by and stuff like that, and like doing it as a shifter, like doing it as a form of shiftivism. That's like activism to help shift consciousness. That's the word that we created. And it was really cool because I would be doing it and then people would be walking by and they'd like just kind of like, whether or not they'd stop, they'd kind of hear me, and I'd be like talking like cosmic wizard level stuff, and there was like, whoa, like first of all, like who is this person just like doing this? And then let alone if they stick around and they hear some of like the words and the stuff that was coming through. And it was like really, it was fun for me and it was challenging as well. But yeah, no, that was another form of it. Yeah, like how do we bring this out into the mainstream and the masses? And poetry and art is our sword, like it is our tool to be able to like kind of get those ideas out there a little bit further. So Neil, awesome, man. And again, for everybody here, Neil on Instagram, I_am_resonance. I did post a link for that into the IG earlier. Neil, is there anywhere else primarily that people would be able to like, that you'd want to direct people to for like specifically for your album?
Yes, actually on YouTube, my wife and I travel a lot around the world. So I actually, most of my poetry are at ancient sites, at like pyramids and different places all over the world. So if you go to youtube.com/mcresonance, you can see me at different ancient sites performing spoken word.
Perfect. Okay. And so Neil posted that. And then again, I'll for those of you watching this on YouTube, we'll make sure that we include links for Neil stuff. And I'll do my best to be able to get in links for basically everybody here as well. Even if it is just the IG links. So yeah, because again, this is team building, this is awesome stuff. And yeah, again, like out of this, it's just kind of like new ideas begin to emerge for like collaborations and stuff like that. So yeah.
Well, let me just say that I'm so down for that. So if anybody wants to like, do something,
dude,
right now I'm immersed in launching my new website, but I'm gonna get back into music pretty soon, and I just want to like collaborations where it's at.
Yeah, that's what I feel, man. Like that's what I mean. Like a big part of me is like I haven't fully dived into like the music side of things, but like I've always kind of wanted to. So like conscious hip hop and stuff like that, I'm just like, what would that be like? Because I've got, like again, my voice is kind of one of my gifts. It's all of our gifts and stuff like that. But I'm like, okay, how could I what would it sound like if Brendan were intentionally doing like conscious hip hop poetry? And it was like not just a freaking sketch on TikTok or something like that. So, but yeah. No, Neil, thank you again for the inspiration, man. That's beautiful. So cool. Okay. Again, we're getting close to just wrapping it up here. Did anybody else want to take another practice swing? Mykah? Yeah. Okay. And then we'll anybody else after that, please, by all means. So Mykah, go ahead, jump right in.
I actually have a poem that I want to read that I
Awesome.
wrote last year,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
after my
totally.
birthday. Also, it's interesting you say that, Neil. I bought FL Studio last year as well, kind of as a way to motivate myself to stick with the music because it is so foreign to me. And like I said, this is the first time I've ever done it. So when I saw myself in front of a crowd, like doing poetry, you know, or expressing myself in that manner, I laughed at my own self a little bit, just because of who I am, where I come from, you know, just a bunch of different labels placed on me that kind of keep you from thinking that you have the ability to do that. So it's really awesome to be in this space and hear like collabs, you know, that's just really awesome because it is motivation to keep going. All right. What's the truth? What's the truth if it isn't true? Half. 1/10 of what goes on is all an illusion. Find the 9 to complete the circle. Trapped in a box, triangulate your way through with the vibes of your solution. Your soul has the answers from the top down. Flip it and ascend by descending into the dark, creating the arc to bridge the gap found in that box. From the 13th, I fall fast through these vibes, shooting the shit out of the air with a breath of fire. Finding God within because I am. Presence is key to the riddle you've built. Encircled by darkness, lighting a match to carry the heart, reverberating off every angle. Flickering amongst the dead, watch as they scatter, running from the truth. On my way up, I will burn all the lies to the ground, phoenix rising. Catch a glimpse of this ride, throw your hands in the air. Let the water carry you. Let the fire rebirth you. Allow the earth to nurture you. Embrace the universe as it is you.
Snap, 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 snap. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, Mykah. Wonderful job. So awesome. Cool. Okay. Anybody else? Again, like this again, this is like basically like just like open mic too. So maybe it's just like got some quick poetry or whatever. Okay. Again, we'll get close to wrapping it up in the next couple minutes. Anybody else want to share? Feel called? Neil, are you or was that
I was just gonna head out.
you're gonna
right
head
now.
out? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool,
But
cool,
it was
cool.
nice hanging out with you guys.
Yeah. Okay, well, with that said, if nobody else has anything to share, then let's just officially wrap it up here. So again, I just want to invite everyone to just take like a moment here to just kind of breathe and embody what we experienced tonight. So just take this opportunity to just really just connect into this breath and just everything that everyone has practiced sharing tonight, just allowing it to be a part of our collective experience. So we've all grown, not just by sharing, but also by seeing and receiving. So just take a few breaths here and just hold the space in gratitude. And just take a moment here. Why are you grateful for this workshop? Why are you grateful that you came tonight? Answer that question within your heart right now. Beautiful. And carrying this inspiration with you, may you continue to move forward with continued creative inspiration and joy and love and all the beautiful things that you are. And generally, when you're ready, you can bring your awareness back to the space around you and slowly open your eyes. So beautiful. Awesome. I love being able to just see my friends just share and to just be able to hold space for that. So cool. Okay, so again, just concluding notes. If anybody has to hop out real quick, please by all means. So just standard things. If you guys want to, again, just kind of like honor the co-creative process of making this space, you guys are welcomed and encouraged to send any PayPal contributions. Thank you to those of you who have sent. And again, like it's not like if you didn't send it, it's whatever. Like honestly, like if you guys feel you want to be able to contribute PayPal, that's fine. Some of you are already on the Patreon. So again, you guys' support is appreciated in all forms. And I'll post a link for the PayPal. And again, if you guys want to join on the Patreon, then that's a way to get involved further with the community. And that's where you'll also have the opportunity to be able to, like, through being a leading member on the Patreon, you can host events through Paradigm Shift Central, the community, and we'll help kind of promote it and encourage others to be able to join. And you can do that as ticketed events. You can also do it as like free to join events. So lots of opportunities there. And you can also check out my item shop. And again, be sure to connect to the team Discord chat. And please feel free to tell your friends about what it is that we got going on here. And I'll keep you guys updated. But I mean, we could do this. It could be something where we might do it next Tuesday, if you guys like feel like the consistency of it is something that we want to stick with, though. So we'll keep in touch about it. This was, again, just kind of practice for all of us. So thank you guys again so much for joining in. And yeah, all the links you need are in the info for those of you on YouTube, and DM me on IG at Mystic Spider-Man if you guys got any questions or gratitude. And we'll see you in the Discord. So I'll put up a little post in the Discord, and if you guys just want to share your gratitude there, we'll do that. And with that said, please join me in just like saying thank you to everybody who's watching this in the future. So thank you, everybody. We love you guys. Yeah, beautiful. All right. Finishing recording now, and then we'll just keep the room open just for a couple more seconds. So thank you again, everyone. Much love.